So we must be careful the way we treat people. The work of a leader is to harness people and to help them see the vision and to help them achieve the vision. So it's a win-win thing. The leader wins, the people wins, and the vision is carried out. But sometimes managerial qualities demand that you find what will suit the company. You are not about the people. You go head hunting. How can we make more money? How can this suit us? How can we get this? And you go get people that. So you are after productivity and you are not after people. And so when people know this, they just make a mental note that, look, I'm here because they are using me either to make money or to make clout or to form clout or to do this. And so people might eventually start planning their early retirement from where you are. So we must understand that people leave not because they are not being treated well, but people leave at times because they know they don't have plans for them in that company. I'm sure you have heard about a man called Jack Welch, who served as General Electric for 41 years or 40 years, and from a junior staff. And there are so many people that are still doing that. What I'm saying is that when we are building our organizations, we must understand the kind of people that we put there. And so when God gives us good people, we must learn to manage such good people. Because of course, we are not saying the managers are bad. We are just trying to highlight and to understand all these things. So when are we supposed to let go of somebody who is disgruntled? Progression is important in life. People will think that you are the one that God has sent to their company to be there forever. But God has other plans. God has other plans for us. The only kind of relationship where people are not allowed to live when they get into it is marriage. Because marriage is for better for life, But all other kind of relationship, people will leave. Coaches leave club, star players leave clubs. Children will leave the home of their parents and start their own houses. So we must understand all these things, that it is important. There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. There's a season for every activity under the heaven. Sometimes letting go is necessary for growth. Sometimes if you don't let other people grow, you might not grow. You might not grow yourself. So both the organizations that they will start, which will be a blessing to the nation, is important. Your own organization where you bring other people and you train new staff is also important. So leaders must learn to collaborate with other people. You will not be the only leader in this ecosystem. There are other people that will eventually come and be a leader. For example, let's take a look at sports. Zinedine Zidane used to be a very good footballer. So there are so many coaches now that were once upon a time footballers, but no, they left being playing active football and they got into coaching. And some of them are actually even still in the same business as the people that coach them. So you must understand that. Don't frustrate that person that is working with you. Don't get too wrapped up when you feel or you sense that they are shifting away in their hearts. C.D. Jakes said, don't beg people to stay in your life. Let them go. When people want to exit, let them go. It's okay for people to exit. I mean, people left the Garden of Eden. God told them, don't do this, don't eat that, don't eat this food. And they went and they ate. And God said, well, I told you not to eat, that if you eat, you will leave. So it's time to go. And so they were escorted out. So people will leave. And so just know that when they leave, what will happen? And when they leave, they're not demons. People who leave you are not demons. They're just people. They're just people that got created like you. Now, I'm not saying some people live well. Of course, some people won't live well. That one is there. And we don't want to say that. Some people don't live well. Some people will stab you in the back. Some people will troll you. Some people will say things. Those ones are a special kind of people. And this podcast is not for that. But I'm talking about regular people that are nice, that are kind, that are warm, loving, that you love, that love you, that work for you, that came to get a job with you. They've worked for 10, 15 years, but it is just time for them to move on. And so we should offer a part. We should even offer a part of return if their hearts will realign in future. I mean, there have been occasions where people left the company 15, 20 years and they came back. They came back to work for that same company when something else happened, or probably when there's a redirection to the vision of the company. So it's important not to hold on to someone who is disengaged in their hearts. You are courting someone, you love them, they love you, but during courtship, they want to leave, let them go. You don't start begging. If it's over, the breakfast has been served, let it be. Eat your breakfast, cry if you have to cry, and that's just it. Let it be. God will bring other people. I'm just trying to say that we should be careful how we hold on to people too tightly. We should be careful. I remember a friend of mine years ago whose dog died, and so we wanted to go and bury the dog and everything. So the guy held on to the dog, and I was holding him. The guy kept crying. I said, "Guy, let this dog go. This dog is dead." He said, "No, I was holding the dog." But in my heart of hearts, I was like, "You can't take a dead dog home. It will just be stinking." For me, that's how I see it. When someone says they are going, so the vision for that moment, they've moved. So allow them. They might come back in the next 5, 6, 7 years, or they might consult for you. That's good. We are all in that same ecosystem. No animosity. So we must be careful to also, as leaders, we must also be careful to protect our vision. Keep watch over yourselves. Keep watch over your flock. Keep watch over other workers. Keep watch over your staff. If anybody is disgruntled and they are leaving, let them leave alone. Don't now take other people with you. So we must be careful to, with wisdom, isolate that person that is disgruntled. If they shifted in their mind, then probably just allow them to go on a vacation so that they go and blow the hot steam somewhere and just sort things out. We need to be careful how we treat people. I like what TD said. He said, "You can't take everyone where God is taking you. You can't take everyone where God is taking you. But anybody that is exiting from where you are, don't let them take other people that God has given you." I'm sure you know what happened in the wilderness, where God used Moses to go and bring them from Egypt, and they were in the wilderness. Moses went up to get the laws, and by the time he came back, Aaron already built a calf for them to dance around. Moses was angry. He didn't say, "It's Aaron. Aaron, it's okay. You are my elder brother. Aaron, you can go on." No, Moses was angry. "What are you guys doing?" He broke the tablet and said, "Look," he was angry. He was angry. He had to go back to meet God again. So be careful so that you don't let the disgruntled person affect other people that are on the team. So please, once you notice a shift in somebody's heart, it might even be a burnout or something is wrong with them from just engage in a one-on-one conversation. You are the one that employed them and not their line manager. Engage and call them and talk to them and just talk to them. If not, you keep losing good men like that because they will keep telling themselves that this man, this woman, this staff does not care for us. I'm not saying the workplace is a place where people care, but of course you want your best hands there. You want your best hands there. So we must be careful how we treat people. We must be careful. Approach them on a one-on-one, talk to them, approach with humility. Don't go as the boss, "I employed you, I'm feeding you," but they're also helping your company. So as a leader, approach with honor, approach with humility, express concern with sincerity, ask for their perspective. What is happening? Let me understand what you are going through. Because what you are going through is already affecting their wives, is already affecting their children. Wives, women say it, that man is bad, and the children will hear. We'll go and say it in school. That man is bad, my daddy's employer, blah, blah. So we must be careful how we treat people. If possible, once you start noticing a disgruntledness, begin to remove their hand bit by bit. Whatever administrative role they are in, you might use wisdom and just remove it, or WhatsApp, or probably anywhere. So we must understand, offer a time for reflection. Don't tell them to go and you don't pay them. No, pay them. Let them go on vacation. They might even go on vacation and come back and be refreshed. So we must have an understanding. Then please, when we are releasing people and we are writing letter to release them, we should do it in love. Don't destroy somebody's career because they said they want to leave. It's important. It's important that we do things go. We shouldn't let people go based on warfare. It's not a do or die thing. It's not something that a war, you will die today if you leave. You know, I think the African culture is filled with that. If you leave this place, you'll suffer in life. If you leave this company, you'll suffer. If you leave, I will make sure you are. It doesn't have to get to that. It doesn't have to get to that. So we need to work in love. We need to work in, even in moments of transition, we need to work in love. We need to work in understanding. I'm sure you and I know that working in love is not as simple as I'm saying it. Because we have all had daggers put in our heart and twisted. But at the point of feeling heavy, we need to walk in love. We need to understand that these people that are living are also humans. So let love guide you. Let objectivity guide your actions. Release people gracefully. Protect your dignity while preserving the health of your organization. Because it's also not too good when there's a high number of turnover in your company. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.